And at no point in time did I ever back away. How many times did you see me when I said, be constitutional? Remember that? And you sat back in your seat because I was talking to somebody that had an AR at low ready across his chest.
Sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
With, 25 magazines loaded, right? You threatening me? Remember that guy? All hopped up on steroids?
I remember
him. And I
him.
got in their face, okay? Never once did I ever back down. Never once did I ever back down. And I got through all that stuff. And then I realized through our legal experience that they intended to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
You know when I get emotional? When I realized that those same exact people that wanted to kill a small group of us are now wanting to kill a third of our population. And Joe Biden has always been a part of that thing. He's always been operating behind the scenes. Joe Biden was part of the regime that came after me. Joe Biden was in the room talking about surveilling President Trump. Joe Biden is part of the entity that has been using the Ukraine as a piggy bank. Joe Biden right now is supporting a hoax being perpetrated upon the world, and that is the Nazi cleansing of the Ukraine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's happening, and we're going to go through this. I have a lot of stuff to go over. Marjorie Taylor Greene. My goodness, she came out, and she's taking a stand. Everybody join me.
School system is dog training for the masses to keep them in slavery with mental faculties and shackles. Through all the classes and their homeworks, they turned us all into left-brain prisoners. See, they told us that we gotta focus on books, but kept us back from any artistic opus. Yeah, you better clear some research on left versus right brain first. The left brain is made for concentration. The right is stimulated by meditation. And if you got the balance, you can achieve contemplation, also known as daydreaming. Yeah, they say it's bad, but you can't be believing what they say, man. Hey man, I got a plan to deprogram you from a lame trance that has you trapped like a dam contains the powers of the river waters, and the powers that be are really very weak, for they built their foundations in the sand. Just cause they got control through the physical lands doesn't mean shit. Otherwise, why would they try to take over our minds, man? Try to overstand that the ultimate goal is total control of the spiritual abodes of man.
All your life, most of you were told lies, and the real truth you were trained to deny. And those that might have opened your eyes. All your life you were made to despise. All your life, most of you were told lies, and the real truth you were trained to deny. And those that might have opened your eyes. All your life you were made to despise.
Links. They're just
We get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic brain.
right now are killing the Ukrainian people. If you're even close to being a Russian, they are literally wiping you out. They're wiping them out right now. They're exterminating anyone that is sympathetic. Listen to me. Zelensky just passed a law.
But we were told that we have one brain, but in actuality we have two brains. The left side and the right side of the brain. The neocortex, the human evolved brain structure. What we were taught in school, the math, sciences, reading, writing, arithmetic, that stuff is mostly geared towards the left brain development. On the right side, we have things like music, creativity, intuition, emotion, empathy.
They have to agree.
Things that are considered feminine,
Already.
So that the right brain controls the left side of the body, the left brain controls the right side of the body. Yeah. So basically what happens in Western society and through the slave training of the education system, we have created people. Timothy Leary talks more about this subject. that are mostly left brain and have underdeveloped and damaged right brain from neglect. We have what we call this is a left brain prison. Basically, you cannot use the right brain anymore. So basically, your brain only works on the left side. And what this does is, due to neglect of the right brain, people aren't interested. They tend to be more, for example, sadistic. So they're not interested in the welfare of others because they don't have that part of the brain functioning very well, so they cannot feel for others. On the other side, you have right brain prisoners too. There's a little subsection of them too, you know, and the governments and the society, the controllers are basically keeping that avenue open, you know, and influencing them to become basically in a certain direction. So what happens with the left brain? They tend to be the sadistic types. With the right brain, they tend to be the masochistic type. If they, have the imbalance of one side, they take shit. You know, they become impotent. So basically, the governments, the whole news, the media, the whole system, education systems, and all the systems are keeping people left brain prisoners, you know. But then they have the religions that keep people on the right brain control. So that's how this mind control works, you know. And basically people need to get balance. And
people or one or two younger people, it was in mass. It started with the Trump campaign to become president in 2015, and it escalated to where they were shooting people in the street. And that is what's happening in Ukraine right now. We've been through it,
Yeah.
albeit on a not a widespread
Yeah.
like
Okay.
it is in Ukraine, but it's
Here we go.
but it's happening widespread in Ukraine right now.
Okay, so today's theme, the first hour we did a great prayer, the Jordan Peterson piece. We're going to put that out in a special segment, of course. Now we're going to transition here. I'm going to make a special segment here. You're going to listen to this. I listened to what Paul Joseph Watson was talking about here, and I said, "Oh my goodness, how am I going to be able to explain this? Because the war propaganda, anti-Putin, blah blah blah. How am I going to be able to convey this? They're literally going after, as human beings. Everybody be sympathetic to this. They're looking to. We're talking right now. We're in cancel culture phase, but they're literally killing people in the Ukraine. And I watched it this morning. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'll show that to you here in just a little bit. We'll make my point. But for right now, what I want you to do is listen to Paul Joseph Watson and what they're doing, systematically plowing through the Russians. You don't have to be pro-Putin, okay, to be pro-humanity, pro-Russians, pro-Ukrainian Russian, right? They certainly are. So let's be sympathetic here. And don't take one side or the other, because both sides are very, very bad. Both sides are bad. We take the side of humanity, don't we? Right?
Edition of the Summit News Hour. Later on in the show, I'm going to get into how the media, which basically says anyone who retains a functioning brain or critical thinking skills, not just questioning the narrative of the war, just accepting the fact that there is propaganda, there is disinformation on both sides. Now being revealed that, yes, as we knew all along, the Hunter Biden laptop scandal story was 100% genuine. It was not Russian disinformation, as the legacy media claimed. The same legacy media, by the way, that claims every single thing that runs counter, even slightly, to their narrative as to what's happening in Ukraine is, quote, Russian disinformation. They've got they've got history on using this weaponized term to shut down debate, to ostracize people from society, to deplatform them from online social media platforms, and of course to ruin their lives, to get their bank accounts cancelled. Proven once again to be complete BS. Why should we trust the same entities ever again with anything? We've also got the worldwide wave of Russophobia that continues to spread like a virus. Headline up on summit.news. World #1 tennis player to be banned from Wimbledon unless he denounces Putin. The cancel culture, the level of absurdity that cancel culture has reached, has gone from Not just doing some spicy tweets 10 years ago when you were an 18-year-old kid and getting cancelled for that. Not expressing the wrong opinion or a politically incorrect opinion on social media and being cancelled for that. Now you have to ideologically prostrate yourself, join the bandwagon of moral exhibitionism, display your ideological conformity before you're even having a career or being part of society in general. That's the way
That
it's
was his
heading
stream, by the
now
way.
with sportsmen, world #1 tennis players being told, unless you take a knee to support Ukraine, your career is basically finished. We saw it with Novak Djokovic, basically not even saying whether he had the vaccine or not, just saying it was his choice to get it. He shouldn't be punished. He shouldn't be detained in refugee asylum centres in Australia in horrible conditions for not getting the vaccine, made an example out of and booted from the country unceremoniously. It's not even about the vaccine now. Now it's about not performing your ideological conformity. We saw it a few weeks ago in Munich with the conductor of the Munich Philharmoniker being given a time limit, a deadline by the far left mayor of Munich, who, by the way, tried to get the Allianz Arena in Munich lit up with LGBT colours